Hey guys, it was Ma here with What If Shazam replaced Saitama Part 2. Since I don't have any announcement right now, and I plugged everything at the end of the video, let's just start this video, what if? Or, let's just start this what if, I'm not sure what I said video. So we last left off, we showed up the origin of Billy Benson / Shazam. But now Shazam is going to meet a certain cyborg. So as Billy watches TV, they mention that a large amount of mosquitoes are coming towards the area and are incredibly dangerous, and Billy thinks to himself they could destroy them or talk to them with wisdom of Solomon's wisdom. I'm not sure which it is, but it's not like they're a big threat. Then it shows a picture of an animal that's been drained by blood, and Billy says, damn. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's not like he can kill hundreds of mosquitoes. But Billy doesn't know that their thief is currently breaking into a store, and as he's stating, I don't know guys, my scripts are not that good. But as he's stealing, he says, come on, it's just a couple of mosquitoes, and that was a perfect time to steal. But out of nowhere, the thief gets attacked by hundreds of mosquitoes, and gets drained of his blood. But as mosquitoes finish off, they fly back to a humanoid mosquito, known as Mosquito Girl. She's saying that she barely got any blood from that guy. But then she sees the cyborg, aka Genos. Genos states that it seems like she commands them to steal the blood for her. And if he would eliminate them, you. Damn it, I can't speak. I don't know guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. If he would eliminate you, then the swarm would disperse. Mosquito Girl tells her swarm to go after Genos. But they charge at Genos. Then just stand there and says, incinerate. It burns a bunch of mosquitoes at once. Then states that he's here to eliminate her, to stay still. But we cut back to Billy. He's watching TV, hears an explosion or something, so he thinks to himself, then maybe something's wrong. But you can't change the swarm because since there's a bug infestation in his city, they might end up swarming his place. He might need to move. So he starts walking. We cut back to Genos. So he's shooting Mosquito Girl. She's dodging all his blast until she reaches him and takes his arm. She then says thanks for the hand. Then she looks down, sees that her legs are gone, and that Genos is holding them until he throws them to the side. She then starts flying away and saying that if she's not careful, he's going to kill him, or kill her. She then says that though the people may be gone, there's still plenty of warrior life. As she summons all her mosquitoes, she doesn't know that Billy sees the swarm and books it to the swarm. When he arrives, he sees Genos, but as Genos looks at him, he says, what's this kid doing here? He then tells Billy to get out of here. The swarm is incensed. Billy says he can't, he needs to deal with this. But at that moment, the swarm charges at Genos and at Billy. But right before Genos can say, incinerate, you hear Shazam. And at that moment, Genos causes a huge explosion that kills all the mosquitoes. And also, his explosion gets struck by lightning, which somehow makes it stronger. But as mosquitoes die from either Genos' fire or Shazam's lightning, Genos says, what was that lightning? During the day? But as he turns to see, the little kid is gone now. Now there's a giant man with the biggest muscles he's ever seen, not counting the S-class heroes. And Genos can tell that this man is surging with strength. All his scanners are telling him that this man is like a walking thunderstorm, or multiple thunderstorms. But Shan then turns to Genos and says that his flamethrower is badass. It seems to have killed the mosquitoes. That's when Genos asks where the kid went, and Shazam says, he needs to use the bathroom. Genos thinks to himself, it's a poor excuse for a lie, and that he seems like an older version of that child. Perhaps they could be related or something for the same person. But at that moment, they hear laughing. As Mosquito Girl appears, says he may have destroyed her minions, but she doesn't need them anymore. Just look at how strong she become. She then slaps her hand to destroy the building. It says, and don't worry, handsome, after I beat your buddy, your neck, we'll put you to Shazam. Shazam says, she may be a monster, but she's kinda attractive, and he's still a teenage boy. By that moment, the mosquito charges at Genos and sends him flying into the air, destroying him a lot. Genos thinks to himself, he left his guard down, and she's too powerful. Then he hears Mosquito Girl say, maybe I keep your head as a trophy. That's when Genos says that he guess he has no other option. He can let himself in her hands and needs to self-destruct. But as he's about to explode, Mosquito Girl is about to strike. Shazam says, buzz off! He then gets punched and sent to multiple walls that create a large amount of dust. But the dust settles, it reveals Mosquito could look like a squished bug now. And this makes General's jaw drop, before hitting the ground. But he looks at Shazam. So Shazam just says, dang it, I should have said buzz off, then shot her with lightning. Like, you know, like how a bug zapper works, or shocks insects. Looking at Genos. But Genos is just speechless. Shazam then asks if he needs help. They have some basic understanding of science and can maybe fix him up. But Genos just shakes his head no. Shazam says that's okay, okay man, starts to walk off. But right before he jumps away or flies, Genos says, wait. Then I ask for his name. Shazam says, I'm Shazam, there's mightiest mortal. That's when Genos says, please, make me your disciple. And Billy stops. He realizes something. What the wait, what? His kid form is telling him no. He has no idea how to have a disciple. But his Shazam form, or more specific, Wisdom of Solomon, is telling him to say yes. So Shazam says, sure. Then flies away or thinks to himself that he hopes the Wisdom of Solomon is right. But we're not cut to a couple days later. The nurse is walking into a building, but he's thinking to himself, the man he saw is extremely powerful for any human. And soon he put off multiple energy signatures, stating this is like a multiple lightning storm. Can fly, a feat that no normal human can do. But the thing is, his other form, what is it about? When he knocks on the door gets open and reveals Billy Batson. But Billy says, so you really showed up. Says, thanks a lot, Solomon. He says, come on. You didn't, damn it. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Huh, what do you know? Sorry guys about that. Somebody was spamming my Discord, or somebody's Discord. They're being a douche. For that portion. But like I was saying, Genos states that he puts up multiple energy symbols stating like a lightning storm. He can fly no normal human feet. But as he knocks on the door, it reveals Billy Batson and he says, yeah, thanks a lot, Solomon. But it says, come on in. Then asks if he wants anything. Genos says, eat some tea. Billy says, dude, I'm 14, do you think I have tea? Then asks if Coca-Cola is okay. Genos says, it is. Billy then had Genos a drink. Then Genos decides to ask one question. He then asks if he's Sensei's kid or his sensei. But he says, no, he's just Sam. That's when Genos says that even though he's crazily young, and that was his second theory, I also saw him transform for multiple times and defeat monsters. He had to make sure. Also means that his power level was intelligence, and clearly very wise. He hopes that he will learn a lot from him. But Billy says, don't call me sensei. Genos just says, yes, okay, master. He just sighs and says, okay. What do you want? Then Genos says, did you forget what I asked? I asked you to become my master, and I'm your disciple. And he says, he didn't forget that. He just doesn't know what to do, because he's only smarter in this other form. This form is just barely smarter than an elementary kid. But Genos says, there's something wrong with younger form? It always seems weaker. He didn't expect the accuser to go down either. And Billy says, did he just call him stupid? What is his palm? Then Genos says, wanna hear about my palms? Billy saying, wait, that's not what I meant. Genos starts going on a whole rant about speech about his family death and his village death. Now he's been searching for the cyborg that killed them. Billy kind of feels bad for him and sorry. Even though he barely remembers his mom, he still feels horrible since he never found her and can never see her again. But he still had hope that he could see her. But Genos doesn't have any hope left. His family's dead. But after Billy realized that he isn't even finished halfway through his speech, he then decides to speak and says, dude, you talk too much. Just give me the summary. But what he doesn't know, somebody's currently watching the screen. Then hears boys saying, the mosquito kid was killed. And says, it doesn't matter, she's just a prototype. But then somebody says, it's not important, it's how she was killed. Video Shazam appears on screen and Shazam's swirling the monster like a fly. In this case, mosquito. That's when he says, what the hell is that? What is that costume? That's when somebody says that it's a child with the body of a god or something. Then the video appears before ears of Billy almost about to get struck by lightning, before Genos fires and obstructs the view. A certain man tells his friend to send a team to invite this mysterious man known as Shazam. and do it by force if he has to. We cut back to Genos. He sums up the story saying that he wants to help him make himself stronger so he can defeat the cyborg that killed his family. Then Billy sighs and says, Genos, what do you think my true age is? Then Genos says, if I had to guess your transformation or your strong form is your true age. Then Genos says, and if I had to guess your transformation age, I had to be about 40? In your 40s? This is that's not even close. That the form he sees right now is his true form. It's barely 14. He just says that's not possible. He assumes that this younger form is in disguise. Nobody would suspect the child being so strong. He says no, he says no. That was his true form, and that when he gained his ability he was only 11. But ever since then, he's trained and learned how to use his power properly. He might be able to help Genos. But Genos says, you're even younger than me, how? And he says, the reason why I accepted you as a disciple was because of my other form. I've gained a high attention, like an understanding of all history despite not reading or studying. Sorry guys. He also knows advanced mechanics, science, electronics, and etc. But you said he could fix them up yesterday. He also gained the ability to talk to all languages, including animals. The most important part is his wisdom and morality. In those cases, morality will tell him when he's a kill when he doesn't. His wisdom can help him know information that only men with hundreds of centuries experience can know. The universe is the ultimate and wisest master there is. When he's in his other form at least. He did think to himself, he's not lying. In his other form, he's obviously smarter. Despite his age, he might actually be one of the wisest peoples on Earth. But the Genos is thinking this. He turns around and says, something is coming. But as Billy hears this, he says, Shazam! As one of the giant praying mantis, a visible brain breaks in. Before he can say anything, his little lightning bolt comes through the roof. Well, the hole he made technically. The hand grabbing his throat. Here's a thing, but Shazam grabs it and breaks it. That's when he says, breaks my roof. And praying mantis says, okay. But before putting him down, he says, and if you don't fix this, I'm gonna break every limb in your body. But then Genos says, I don't know the rest, master. But he jumps down, he sees Shazam grabbing both of the monster by their neck and telling him to fix his house. And the monster realizes how strong he is and says, yes sir. He begins to walk upstairs so they can fix Shazam's apartment. But at that moment, Shazam gets dragged into the ground. So Genos says, master, are you okay? But Shazam says, yeah, it's okay. And you should deal with the robot ape, or robo-ape. That's when Genos hears, evaluating energy level detected. That's when Genos hears an explosion. He sees a cyborg. The cyborg says, I had to wait before trying to smash Genos. But Genos dodges it, and stick kicks the cyborg's hand. He then lands a few feet away before charging at the cyborg. The cyborg tries to punch Genos, but Genos dodges it while grazing it and shoots a dang, I can't speak, and shoots a blast of fire right into the cyborg's gut. But the cyborg just jumps out of the fire and tries to attack Genos, who dodges. But as the cyborg gets up, he says, I am Armor Gorilla, and your attacks are futile. And it is a rule that anybody who opposes them will be eliminated, with no exceptions. You will be destroyed. That's when Shazam says, beat the robo-ape. Genos says, but he then turns to a giant lion walking up to him. And the lion says, there seems that he is in a tight spot, and that you did good, ground dragon. He says, he likes his joke as much as everybody else, but even he's too much of a dad joke. That's when the lion says, that he doesn't know how much danger he's in. That the guess, dang, I can't speak guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. He guesses that he needs to teach him a lesson. But Shazam just stands up from underneath the ground and says that this person was horrible, kitty. The lion is pissed and says that he is no cat, and he's gonna break him. Before he could finish, he sees Shazam messing with his hood and then says, dang, I got dirt on my hood. And that's when the Beast King says, if he's finished. As Shazam finishes, he says yes. That's when Beast King says, and behold, my true power of the Beast King. He swipes at Shazam, but as he dodges, which ends up destroying the building behind him. But as the Beast King keeps on trying to swiping, he says, I will not lose, and rips his shirt off and does a huge swipe right at Shazam's face. But Shazam decides to stand there and state that he's not that strong, but as the king swipes his claws, it breaks on impact. As he looks at his paws, he realizes that his claws broke on impact. That's when he sees Shazam put a finger up to his nose, says, "Bad cat," before electrocuting him and killing him. Shazam then looks at the dragon, or ground dragon, and he instantly starts digging on the ground. And as he thinks to himself, what the hell is he? He's just a kid. And he killed Beast King? But at that moment, he sees Shazam right next to him before realizing he's a buff kid. Since the hole he made is way bigger, Shazam made a bigger hole. Shazam then looks at him and says, "I'll give you two options. Either fix my wood or it's gonna be a fried weasel." And with that, Grand Dragon says, "I'll fix it, Shazam." Then drops to the ground. But he then sees Genos pointing his blasters at Armaguerra. Armaguerra says he has defeated him, being able to defeat the Beast King, the second strongest fighter in House of Illusion. And here Shazam says, "You mean that means the fried cat over there?" Since points to electrocuted Beast King. The Greater Voice then changes and says, "I'm sorry, I'll tell you everything you know, just don't kill me." And the guys, with that I'm going to end the video here. I'm so sorry this video was slightly worse. I don't know what, I've been sick this lately, my eyes are watering, my throat hurts, but I want to make you guys videos, so yeah. But don't worry, because next time Shazam and Genos are going to fight the House of Illusion, but not today, so before you leave, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and check out my Discord and other channels in the description below. So you can defeat all your enemies in one punch. I still think that's corny though.